and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Action Man 1996 swimmer and also underwater mission set. So let's take a closer look and see what it actually came with. Okay, anyone who's been collecting Action Man for any amount of time has probably come across this guy. He was incredibly popular, sold loads, and he's a really durable figure, so he just basically just keeps on going, doesn't get destroyed, doesn't get broken. So if you're buying Action Man stuff on the secondary market, more than likely you've come across this guy. Obviously his accessories and things can be missing, but the figure himself is very distinctive because you wind his arms up just like this and you get a click, and eventually keep going, you hear that click and that means he's ready to go. You place him in some water, and when he's not got this on the side, he swims like the clappers. This one's obviously catching because I've got the utility belt on for the underwater set, which is a bit of a shame that does catch. But all in all, this swims quite well. Obviously it's got a little bit more resistance when it's in the water, so he doesn't swim quite as fast, but had the experience of taking this actually to a swimming pool and letting him off and go. And it works really well. Yeah, racing two of these in an adult-sized swimming pool, quite a lot of fun actually with the kids. So another thing that you can do is you can move the arm. So if you wanted him to go for more of a butterfly stroke, you can do. I'm actually just going to take this off. So yeah, this is just the swimmer. This is how it came straight out the packet. As you can see, there's the butterfly stroke that he does there. And he does get quite a good bit of momentum going and things, so that's good. The mask that we got with this one, it was an orange one with a snorkel, but because it was one of the earlier versions, I could never find that they clipped in very well. No matter how you tried to adjust it or move it around, I just really struggled to get them to stay in, unfortunately. It came with this style of head, as you can see there, and it does have great articulation, so he can look up a little bit more than usual, he can look down, he can look to the sides, so it's nice that we did get that bit of articulation in there, because obviously the rest of him's quite limited. He's got hard legs, so there's no articulation there, they are bent, but you can get them to move in, they don't go any further back than that, so that's about as far as they go. And then we do get ankle articulation, which I feel is very key for this figure. Then we get this one-piece outfit, which is velcroed on the back there. It does have to not have any material over the shoulders, because as soon as you do put anything over the top, his arms will just stop turning around, unfortunately. Then if we come down to his knife, which is just on the side here, it comes in a sheath that looks like that, and then as you pull it out, it's got this style as a knife here. As you can see, it is painted, which is nice. It's always good to have a painted blade on a black knife, and then that style of handle there. And then the sheath, this knife has come out a few other times on other Action Man figures too. Obviously you get the elastic that goes around the leg, but which does wear down with time, unfortunately. Then we come down to the flippers themselves. We get one whole one, and we also get one that's had a chunk out from a shark by the looks of it, which is a nice touch. And yeah, they are quite floppy rubber. Okay, next we're going to have a look at the underwater mission set, which was an add-on that you could buy for this, and it comes with this like air tank on the back with two projectiles, the Action Man logo on the front here, if you can get it to see. It's a little bit difficult. It is got a bit of a funny bump on mine, but the Action Man logo is there. A gauge on the top, two straps going round, and then two buttons here, and if you press those, they fire amazingly well. They go really far. Putting them in, they do have a specific way that they go in, just like that. And then basically they've got these two bars on the back here, and they clip into this part of the belt, just like that. Slide in, and that's how they stay. Obviously they're not going to be quite on his back, they're more on his hips, which is a strange place to keep your oxygen tanks, but that's how it goes anyway. Also included, we get this basically like underwater tablet, which was quite advanced for the time. And as you can see there, it has got two images on it as you rotate it. It's as clear as I can get it, Dr. X it says, and then the shark coming up close. He holds this really well in his hand, two buttons on the side. If we can just get him to show you there. There we go. So he can hold it, and it looks like he's looking at it as well. So that's nice to have included, and that fits onto the belt also just by sliding in. There's a peg on the back, and you just slide that through. and that holds it into place. And then finally we get this underwater like harpoon gun, which looks like this, and this projectile. Unfortunately mine has broken, the spring has gone, and I can't even get the missile out. It's just completely wedged in there, so that's as much as I can show you with that one. Quite nicely detailed. It does hold this one in the hand quite well too. This swimmer does have quite hard hands compared to the other Action Man figures, but with a little bit of manoeuvring you can get it in there. You see, just like that, you can get him to hold it there. And also obviously if you have the screen in front, both your hands forwards, it gives the effect that he's actually swimming along. So yeah, all in all, these are nice accessories to go with it. It was quite a cheap kit to just have a few extra add-ons to your swimmer. I don't know how often people would actually put them on the swimmer, but I suppose you could put them on another Action Man, take all this gear off, and then he's a bit more equipped to go on a mission if you wanted to use it for something else. So yes, this was a bit of a gimmicky figure, and it's probably the first like gimmicky figure that they had out of Action Man, which didn't really get much play functionality, but the job it was supposed to do was swim, and it does that really, really well. I feel once you've got all the equipment on him, and if you can find him nice and clean, with all the extra accessories with the underwater kit added to him, I just feel like he's a really nice piece, and you could put him on display somewhere in a swimming pose, maybe hang him up, and I think he'd look great. So that was the Action Man 1996 swimmer and underwater mission set. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Rawpain reviews.